Well, the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management has activated its emergency response center in response to today's flash flooding. According to the department, the 8 counties on your screen have all been impacted by the storms. Evacuations have taken place in 4 different parts of the state, including Yellville, Flippin, and near Mountain View. Officials are asking anyone who sees damage to report it to their local Office of Emergency Management.
Well, this flooding came with a little warning, and it caused significant damage in some parts of the state that had already been hit hard by severe weather.
Channel 7's Daniela DeHagen spoke with a resident from Yellville about the flooding today. That resident was already still trying to recover following a tornado earlier this year. Daniela.
That's right, Chris and Beth. We caught up with a flooding victim in Yellville whose home was also hit by the tornado back in May. And she's been rebuilding her home from the ground up and now has suffered a big setback.
They took everything we had.
Shirley Nowlin, a victim of the devastating tornado in Yellville, Arkansas, just shy of 2 months ago, is now having to deal with major flooding and more property damage due to the recent flooding from storms in the area. They were in the process of rebuilding their home from the ground up.
It leaked into the basement, and probably what he had in the basement is probably not any good anymore because it really is wet down there. So.
Shirley also received a call early this morning alerting her that her sister, who is in the nursing home with Alzheimer's, was being evacuated from the building due to severe flooding.
We lost power, but we finally got it back during the night, and I got a phone call from my neighbor over here, and she works at the school, and she knew my sister was in the nursing home at Yellville, and she said she was going to drive one of the buses to go get the patients out of the nursing home because they said the water was up to their beds.
Residents of the nursing home are either being sent to Harrison, Arkansas or Batesville, Arkansas because of the memory and Alzheimer's facilities that are there.
Just a lot of people around here need help, especially with the flooding. You know, we've not been out anywhere today, but, you know, people are going to need a lot of help, and they were good to help us after the tornado. So we'll be checking in on that later, and just glad I think everybody's safe. I've not heard of anybody losing their life. So just proud everybody's safe. Praise the Lord.
Now, Shirley and her family have been living in a camper for almost 2 months, waiting to get in touch with a contractor and settle things with their insurance as soon as possible. On your side, I'm Daniela DeHagen.
Danielle, our hearts just break for our neighbors there in North Arkansas. There was also significant flash flooding in the city of Conway overnight as well. Let's take a look at some of that. Channel 7 meteorologist James Bryant capturing these images. He was along Sugar Creek Drive there. First responders had to block access to that road, as you saw, as water rushed over it. Those flood waters lingered really across the city of Conway throughout this morning.